So, welcome one and welcome all to a brand new different type of McNeil Extremes. We are going to be doing some Farming Sim 11. So we'll turn that audio on. That's going to then go blank because it's a Git. So we're going to start this off from absolute scratch. Just going to turn that down a little bit in my ear. Oh, there we go. So I've only known one other person to ever stream this. That's annoying. We're actually going to do this on... let's tell you what, we'll do this on hard. So I've only ever known one streamer to actually stream this on Facebook. But obviously I'm not streaming it, I'm recording it. We are going to complete Farming Sim 11 and attempt to do something I've wanted to do for a long time. Complete 11, 13, 15, 17, 19 and 22. But as this wouldn't make an awesome live stream, I thought I'm going to record it. I'm going to start from absolute scratch. And also apparently I decided to do it on hard. This is the first ever Farming Sim I personally played. So we're going to try something new for me. And I can't remember. I think that one's drilled. It's been a very long time since I've played this game. But we are going to do this from absolute scratch. Because I'm nuts. This just shows you how... Forgot, you got to use cruise control on this. Of course, this is pretty much more or less retro now, but I've always wanted to come back and play it. I knew streaming wise wouldn't do too well, so with the internet playing silly buggers and finally sorting out the recording path, I thought, let's bugger it. Let's go do some videos. Let's record some games that I wouldn't stream, but I used to enjoy playing many years ago. Also, because it's recording, we are going to also trial it without a camera on. Just because that makes my life so much easier, not buggering about with green screen. And I'm literally just going to upload these videos as I'm playing it. I'm not going to fast forward. Not doing any tricky old editing. Probably should look at getting some background noise at some point, or some copyright free music. Yes, this one must, that one must be seeded already. But the bonus on this one is you don't have to buy all the fields. As long as you've got the money to seed it, drill it, fertilise it, fill out your tractors, you're all good. I know there's probably going to be a lot of older YouTube videos of this because I will be loading this up to YouTube. I've only known one streamer to stream it. I've always wanted to sort of come back and complete this game again. Of course, this isn't off the old CD that I used to use. This is actually running off Steam. I've even got a capture card, so I'm going to be looking at playing some old PS1 and PS2 games. And I have found a website where you can actually buy them online, but a lot of them I've still got the game disc for, so that's going to make my life a little bit easier. Just got to hunt down my cables, and I can hook it directly up HDMI straight up to one of my monitors. And just do capture window, nice and simple. I mean, I may even look at trying streaming them live if I'm not running the game off my cruddy internet at the moment. I should hopefully not drop so many frames. That's a test and trial for another day. Plus, of course, the having the freedom of recording these makes it a lot easier to fit in with my wonderful shift work. So I can sit here, farm away to the early hours in the morning, chill after work, and then post it up, not necessarily the same day, but a couple days later or something. Gonna try and do about 3 video uploads a week to YouTube, minimum of 2 a week. And just so anyone that's not on YouTube, I'm gonna load them up onto Facebook, just so my Facebook followers don't miss out. But my YouTube was set up purely for videos, so that is going to be what it's going to be kept as, and all my live streams are going to be over on Facebook. At some point I will get to putting my Facebook link to my Facebook page up on the stream. So if anyone's interested on YouTube to go and watch some live streams, they will know exactly where to go. Although my names are exactly the same on both. Exact same logo, exact same start. Only thing different on YouTube is it's going to be all recordings. I'm going to try and, well, I'll probably end up doing Euro Truck recordings or whatnot. Because I'll be completely honest, I play what game I fancy playing. But more of the retro stuff will probably be recordings. Unless of course people want to watch it live. And of course if I'm playing a game and recording it and loading it up to YouTube, I will download my Facebook stream if I do it and load it up to YouTube. And I can sort of use YouTube as a record and try and figure out how to get them all in one nice file. It's easy to be found. This is something I've wanted to do for quite a while. Just like I said, that way I don't have to stream late at night. Because sometimes streaming late at night is bit more annoying. Rushing about to get ready to go live and only doing an hour or so live just seems a bit pointless. What we'll do is we'll get this field cultivated from memory and maybe a field ready to go. Not quite sure, I've never actually played this on hard. I have got all the DLC for this. I've got no intention of using any mods. I'm just going to do this whole crazy balmy idea with just game DLCs that were available at the time. In 19 we may change it up slightly on 19. Plus I may break that rule on Farming Sim 13. Only because I want to try and recreate the farm I had. And I did have a couple of mods that were pickups. Farming 13 was the one where I started getting the DLCs and mods. This one I think I only ever bought originally the Biomass DLC. So I didn't bother with the New Holland one. But I do remember a trick to get rid of that scarecrow. I remember. Where's one we own? It's crazy to think they're still using that mod now. So, new mods. And of course on this one the only thing you could have was cows. And then of course the shop list is different. No beautiful pictures or selections, this you just got rows and rows. I do remember there was a way to sell that scarecrow, but I can't. I'm going to have to figure out how to do that, because he gets very annoying after a while. Is that or I drove into a massive combine, one or the other? I do remember getting rid of that annoying thing. If I remember rightly, can we speed up time on this? No. That's could be interesting. You can't speed up time, at least I can't remember how to do it right now. I thought maybe because I remember the crops on this one, strangely, they do not wither. And of course you can't just bring up a map which tells you where the crops are and what they are. Compared to 22, this one is completely different. From memory, 13 and 15 you had to buy, and 17 you had to buy the field, but it wasn't until 19 you had to buy the area land. But of course on this one you just go cultivate it, plough it. Obviously for speed, I'm just cultivating it for now. Might affect the yield a little bit, but shouldn't overly affect it. Surprising it's not taking as long to do as I was expecting. Well, these recordings should be between about an hour and a half, I'm roughly thinking. Got distracted. What I mean is get growth of pain. So it should be enough time to hopefully prep this field, get a crop in it, and we'll see what happens from there. Trying to avoid going that blinking scarecrow. I thought literally the whole first recording was literally just going to be dealing with this one field, but it looks like I'm going a bit quicker than I was expecting. Which is a happy bonus. Of course, once we get some money in the bank, I'll use the AI worker and just show you how bad they are. But we're also going to set ourselves a challenge to harvest every field and constantly have crops on every field, which was a personal challenge I gave myself back when I was originally playing Farming Sim 13, and I only really used AI workers to plough the field and to drive the corn silage harvester, because the AI in this one was so bad it actually put me off using any AI. Of course, while we got small tiny equipment like this, it's not like I'm going to get bored or have nothing to do for a while. And from memory, you start off with one trailer, two little tractors, two combines from memory. One is over there in the yard, the other is by the field that we can harvest. That's ready to go. From memory, we'll have a look in a minute. The silos have a little something in them. Unlike the modern, all the latest ones, there's no factories. You're literally selling your crop to sell, and if I was wrong, there is a map. Remember what button to press to get that little screen up. I didn't realise it had a map. So you press I to get that. You press I again, it gives you all the weather forecast. And then this one, you've got your different places to sell. And the prices obviously go up, down, stay the same. Changes every day. So biogas, you've got a brewery mill, which normally the wheat and barley from memory got higher prices. Terrali, we've got nothing in storage. That also gives us our driving distance, fuel, time played. I've literally only been playing this for this recording. So what do I do? Oh, there we go. So you literally got three places to sell. You've got your biogas, your brewery, your mill and your port. And you can only sell corn at the biomass or the port. And canola you can only sell at the biomass, mill or port. But biogas, you don't seem to get much out of it. And the port's not very good either. Let's have a look at the map. So you can zoom in or zoom out as it. Obviously the port's right at the end. We've got the little dots in the left hand corner. Can't remember what one the exit farm shop is. That's the biomass right across the bridge. And the mill's obviously the water mill, which is up in the, not in the mountains, but the other side of the map, all the mountains in front. Quite a nice simple game. First time I ever played this game, I think I played it for about 12 hours straight. Because I just thought this game was awesome. Originally saw a mate at college playing it. Thought I had to have it. Bought myself a laptop and the game. And away I went. I've been hooked to this blinking game ever since. I do remember when I first started playing 13, I was playing 13 and 11 at the time. It was like every change, it was two different. And in the end, obviously, you slowly stop playing the previous version. Only exception is 19. Once I went to 22, I didn't really go back to 19 much. I think I only played it once or twice, and then because all the bugs on Farming Sim 22, it sort of put me off. Obviously not permanently. I did think with all everyone out there playing Farming Sim 22, I've always wanted to come back and chill out on 11, but I knew live streaming it wasn't going to be the best. And for the people that do sit there and watch every stream, the last thing I want to do is sit there and play a game where they're going to be absolutely bored. So at least recording it, I get all the fun of playing the old games that I still enjoy playing. And if people want to watch it and see what it's like, they can. If they think that's boring or that game's not for them, then they can just ignore it. Drop a like if they want to drop a like. Or just ignore it and wait for a live, or a game that perhaps they like themselves. At least this way I get the best of both worlds, doing live streaming once my net's fixed and sitting here playing some retro games and uploading different content to everyone else. Go back to being different. It's very hard to sort of be different in the streaming world these days. With a lot of people disappearing or switching platforms, I just thought, screw it, let's do some recordings. Now I've finally fixed the recording pathway so I can actually do this. Of course it did take me a while to actually sit here and figure out how to do it. Which when you actually sit there and look is not complicated at all. Luckily for me. Obviously the die-hard farming fans out there will probably moan I haven't ploughed the field. Probably will cut the yield slightly. Ooh, bugger. But I am only cultivating it just for speed. Just so we can get some crops in the ground, get some money being made. Also, we'll be using the little plough and whatnot. Just to show everyone what it's like, because we literally have started this from the very beginning. That's not a perfect job, but that's the field done. While we've got it, we'll go put it in the shed. And I will make video recordings of all the little side missions you can do in the game. Because there is, from memory, there is one where you have to get equipment in 2 o'clock. You get bronze medals, silver medals and gold medals. I believe in this one you've got to find milk bottles as well. Didn't quite do that properly. I don't know what these icons on because I don't need them. Spray it. It's cruise control 2 on this one. The only slight bonus on this one is you don't have to do it twice, you just do it once on this. But once you turn it on, it will keep pouring it out no matter where you are. So none of these lovely 22 precision farming where it turns it off when it's not needed. So it might be easy to go up and down rather than doing it that way. The only noise is going to come driving backwards and forwards just to keep filling it out. Not too bad with this close, but when we get further away it's going to become a bit annoying. It's still cool playing this game even after all this time. Till it's half done with the kids in the garden, blimey. Hopefully it's not coming through on the mic. I think we might have enough for the silk, I don't know. I will figure out how to give it that too, because he really does get on my pip after a while. Yeah, that speeds it up a bit. Really hope that field's drilled. I think he is. We'll find out when we go drill this one. Well, it matters if it isn't, but it would be nice to get a crop a bit quicker. It's going to be tight if we've got enough to do this whole field. You might just do it. Ah, we'll call that enough. That was close. Put this in the shed. That's another difference on this one, is you can only get about being in a vehicle. You can't just walk around. Told a lie. Press the button by mistake and yes you can. Yeah, I can plough this field up. I didn't realise you forgot about that. Even, didn't realise. And you can walk around. Scratch that. I was bullshitting. Oh. Can't remember the button. Can't remember the button to change crop. That wonderful logo is grass. Nobody will fire help. If you haven't gathered, I'm just pressing any random button to figure out which one it is. Still can't find it. Oh, we have got a field of plant. Harvest. Field of plants. Good one, huh? Oh, there we go. I pressed over, nothing happened. That's grass, that's corn. assuming that's wheat, that's clear, yeah, that's got to be barley.
It's probably barley.
Pressed over, nothing happened. I think it's a different key from 22 and 19. Oops, wrong cruise control. That's could be an harvest, isn't it? I don't know. We'll see what happens. That one ain't been fertilised. We're getting our own crop in the ground. Now I'm thinking it would have been wise to check all the keys before I started recording, but I could have sworn I'd remembered them all. I could have sworn this one you couldn't get out and run around. I don't know why. Drive from the inside. But I'm pretty certain that one is drilled. It's not fertilised, so that would explain the difference. And then of course I could go and fertilise it and see what happens then. Get this one drilled first. I must admit it is very weird not having a chat to read. I keep looking over expecting to see a chat and it's not there. It's very weird. It's quite peaceful, but it's very strange at the same time. These people knowing that I'm not going to miss chat and I haven't got to worry about it. But it's at the same time very strange. You'll keep looking and it's not there. keep looking. Seeing there's not a chat and reminding myself I've got to remember to talk. Completely missed my mark. What am I doing? No. Oh. Oh, there we go. All done again. Do know from memory, if you ignore the cruise control, it just stops doing whatever you're trying to do. So you get away with it for a little while, but it's best not to ignore its warning. Just in case anyone's curious as to why I've just not outright ignored it. Plus, I must admit, I did forget about the boats going backwards and forwards. And of course, Farming Sim 11 is multiplayer, so if you fancy buying it, and a friend buying it, you can do multiplayer. The only downside is I'd imagine you would get bored pretty quick with nothing to do. It's not like you've got factories or beehives to look after. I mean, you do get greenhouses. But you've only got tomato, cucumber and herb, I think it is. The hexagonal one's herb from memory. Which of course I will be getting cattle, which will be the first time ever on this one I've actually got cattle. It's quite funny. When I first got this, I was more interested in working on a pig farm. Didn't like dairy farm. And I thought, why would I want to get cows? So I didn't bother. And then of course in 13 I ended up getting a load of cows anyway. But I did get chicken and sheep in 13, so it weren't too bad. I think also you get a milk cart or milk tank that actually comes up to your dairy farm and collects all the milk for you, so you don't have to worry about transporting it. Which is kind of cool, but it does take a bit of the fun out of it. Once you get used to doing it all yourself, of course. But interestingly, it doesn't look like you had to cultivate the field, because that seeded right up next to the scarecrow. Still cultivate anyway, otherwise you just could get a rather crappy yield. Could have sworn it gets so annoying. Pretty certain you can sell them off. Once I remember how to sell things, I'll sell them. Like I said, it was either I sold him or I ran through him with one of the massive combines. I do remember not having to deal with him all the time. It's the only field that stick a scarecrow. For the time being, my main priority is getting some crops in. Sooner I can get off this little equipment, the better. Did I do all that side? I think I did. Keep breaking the field up into sections just makes it a bit more interesting. You feel like you've actually achieved something with this tiny equipment. But don't get wrong, this tractor's good, it's just the drill is so small and tiny. Oh, bit of lag there. How was that even possible? Oh, it's taking an hour just to get this one field ready. Oh, I mean, the birds are getting out. That's the only downside to having your window open. You hear everything outside. The minute you shut it, peace and quiet. I'm saying I don't mind hearing the birds. It's the other noises. They're the ones that get on the nerves. Not much field to go. Got miles of seed left. It's just shocked that it's taken an hour to get this field ready. Imagine if I ploughed it, probably would have taken 2 hours. I'm literally gonna be recording this to achieve every single goal in the game. Probably minus milk bowls because you'll probably get a bit annoyed with that. Like these things, what is it? So I think there's 100 of them annoying buggers to find. But we'll give it a shot. That's the only real goal I'm not worried about. And then obviously we'll do the missions. Once we get our farm set up, I'll go off and do some missions. Record them, and then you can see the different equipment that you can get as well. And then get a crop on every field, and once all those 3 things are done, I'll consider it completed. You never know. I'll probably end up trying to collect all the milk bottles. I'm pretty sure it's going to get on my nerves. I think it's in 2013 version you've got to collect horseshoes. I remember thinking I'm not going to bother with that. Got bored, went looking for them because you can get a quad bike in that one. And ended up collecting all the horseshoes because I had to get it finished. Well, I'm hoping I don't end up with nothing to do but if I run out of cash and can't buy any more seed and wait for the crops to go, I guess I'm going to have no choice. About to go hunt for milk bowls. There's a grass field on the other side of them barns. I think we'll plough that up and plant that. We can always turn it to grass at a later date. But while we've got small equipment that needs filling up so often, we might as well maximise the fields right next door to our farm to the maximum we can. It'd be a bit daft not to try at least, really. The baling in this isn't too bad. Once we finish drilling the seed, I'll show you the only downside to bales in this game. I remember I used to have round bales stacked up pretty much everywhere. Because I couldn't be bothered going selling them once I've done them all. Oh, it's already started growing. That field hasn't got any seed in it. Bugger. I thought they were nice and giving us one field with seed in it already. Oh well. Gotta pick one down first, that's what matters. So the only place in this game you can sell your bales is in this shed here. And you have to put them on that conveyor belt to sell them. Such annoying. So annoying. Let's go get that plough. We'll get all the equipment in the shed before we end the recording, so the farm's all set up for the next one. Of course, all the wonderful features in Farming Sim that we become accustomed to aren't in this one. We don't get dirty vehicles, don't repair our equipment, don't pay for fields we buy, don't pay for also the upkeep of the fields. That is all yet to come. I think this was only the second version of the game. There was 2019. Sorry, not 2019. But 2009 and then 2011. And I believe back when this came out, there was another farming simulator type of game, which I think eventually got bought out by Farming Simulator, or Giants even. Pretty certain they got bought out. Put this big old gear in the shed because that field we've got harvest and got a different combine on it. Do like the noises are in this one. This is one of the other tractors. It's currently at our wonderful cow yard. So we get our manure in there, get our liquid slurry in there. This is where we make our silage. And so this is where we put the food for the cattle. Don't have to worry about giving them water in this one. And straw, I believe, goes in here. So that's where our milk goes. So I think we put straw in there. Silage mixer in there. Or just silage. Not actually. That's certain exactly what to do with the cattle on this one. Because I never did. It's probably giving them straight silage, sure. And this is of course the tanker that comes to collect the milk when you actually got it. It will sit there like 13 till it's completely sold out, and it will go off and returns every day. Which of course we ain't got any milk because we've got no cows, so we're not making any money. Then he takes it back to the dairy. We'll see our farm's right over there. Wonderful graphics, eh? Makes you appreciate 22 a little bit. I would overtake him, but I'm not even catching him. Oh, no, apparently the dairy's down there somewhere. I thought the dairy was down here. But we'll get this tractor in the shed, and then we'll leave the combine out in the field ready for when we're going to go harvest. Drop. Which is a nice big old field we're going to harvest. That will fill up our silos pretty well. There's the mill over there. If prices are good, we might just sell it to make some extra money. Let's hop out of that because that's making a bit of noise. Can we jump on top of it? Oh yes, cool. We'll show you this quickly as well. I can run so fast. This is our biomass plant. Obviously make silage in there, and grass or corn, stick it in there, and then you make an absolute fortune. So once we can get a mower, we'll thank the harvest the corn, which, can you get one that sits behind the trailer? Tractor, telehandler, tractor, combine, trailers galore. These obviously cheapy, fertilizer spreader. See, some of this equipment you can still get in the latest one, but they look a lot better. They're the bale trailers. I know you can get a self-loading trailer. Little fertiliser, big fertiliser. Is that the biggest cultivator you can get? Oh no, more cultivators, more drills, self-loading bale trailer. 5.5. So we can go and do corn. I can get a cheap mower for £2,000. What's we got over here? Swear baler, round baler, self-propelled sprayer, load forage, gather motor transported to cow feeder, good old lizard wheel loader. Tomatoes, yeah, tomato, lettuce and herbs is the only greenhouses you can get. Right, so eventually we can harvest that and make some silage and get some money. So thank you everyone for joining me on the first recording of Farming Sim 2011. Next time we will harvest the field over there. So thank you everyone for joining me. Hopefully you've enjoyed a different stream of thoughts from me. So until then, stay safe buddy, I'll catch you all soon.